Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me again. My name is Swardik Mayanja, and this is the Mayanja Accredited News Network. We are on episode 8 of my Everyday Hero interview series, where I interview someone in your life and someone in my life that makes us smile but does not get the credit that they deserve. Today, I am interviewing a physical therapist, a musician, and just an all-around good guy. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Where is he? Oh, me. Oh, hi.
A little taller when I'm standing next to you. This new elevation gives me such a better view. My stride's a little longer when you're standing by my side. You've shown me there's never any reason to hide. My smile's a little wider when I'm kissing your lips. The sun always shines from your head to your fingertips. The moment we met until my last sunset, I'll stand a little taller.
Yeah.
Welcome.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for allowing me to do this interview. Can you just introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
Sure. I'm Michael Maloney from Medford, Massachusetts. So I'm a physical therapy student. I'm in my last semester at Northeastern.
Yes.
Medford's right outside of Boston.
Okay.
So I've born and raised in Boston my entire life. Yeah, I've been doing music quite a while. I'm involved in an Irish band. I do a lot of
An Irish band.
Yeah, go figure. Michael Maloney.
I love that.
We're the Boston Harbor Boys.
Okay, that's the name of the band, Boston Harbor Boys. Love it.
And boys is so BHOYS, and boys is kind of a slang, like an Irish slang for like thugs and ruffians.
Whoa.
And at least
Bad
when you-
boys in the house. Bad boys.
More like
I love
and
that.
it's totally when you see me, I'm totally
A bad boy.
totally us, yeah.
So just the names of the other members of the band?
We got Ryan and Eddie Biggins.
Yeah, are they both therapists? Is that how you guys know each other?
No, I went to school with Ryan Biggins in high school.
Okay.
And so we were in orchestra
All right.
together. So orchestra was kind of all grades were involved. He's a year younger than me. He did violin. I kind of did piano, a little bit of violin and other things. And kind of through that, we're like, oh, hey. And then actually, so it's kind of funny. My dad is an exterminator.
Exterminator.
Yes. So he gets the bugs and
Whoa. Okay. All right.
things.
Okay. I'm thinking Terminator.
probably not. That would be,
I'm thinking something else. All right.
that would be fun.
Okay.
He actually did a job for Ryan and his family.
Yeah.
Like many years ago, and they were talking about Ryan and his love of music, and my dad being my dad is like, oh,
Michael.
you sound like you get along with my son. And then like a year later, we met in high school, and we just kind of clicked, and over the years did a lot of music together, a lot of Beatles stuff.
Ooh.
Did a lot of jams and open mics. And then his father, Eddie Biggins,
Yes.
he was in a band called the Jug of Punch, which was an Irish band. A lot of older gentlemen.
Yes.
And probably about 3 or 4 years ago, they just couldn't kind of keep up with the schedule. And so they wanted to take it easy, but Eddie wanted to keep soldiering on, and he knew that his son and the family friend, Michael Maloney,
course.
did a lot of music. And so in 2014, we started practicing, kind of
That's
learning
awesome.
what his repertoire
Yeah.
was. And we've been slowly kind of setting. We got a lot of gigs actually coming up for St. Patrick's Day.
Congratulations. So we're going to have a list of those gigs in the description below, so we can all go to that. Yes, the
Read below.
So we can all go and support our good friend Michael. So I really do want to get into the music, right? So that's number one. So let's get the formalities out the way. You're a therapist, a physical therapist.
Right, physical therapist.
Why
yeah,
did you
physical
decide to do physical therapy?
Yeah, so I actually did many years of physical therapy as a boy when I was...
You were a patient?
I was a patient.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was going to say,
patient.
like, were you shadowing someone?
Right,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm 27 now, just graduating PT school now. But when I was about 4, 5, I was diagnosed with a thing called leg calf Perthes. And it's a condition not many people know.
I am so sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right now.
Yeah, you look good.
And so, as you might know, I don't know how much of anatomy you know, but the top of my my femur, the
Yeah.
femoral head. So you got your ball and socket joint, which is the hip
Yeah, right there.
joint. And so it happens in 1 in like 200,000 boys primarily, where the blood flow stops to the head and the bone doesn't grow. And for a ball and socket joint, you're not having a nice round ball and it kind of collapses under the body weight.
Oh no.
I'm kind of going into a lot of detail.
Oh no.
But so the joint isn't acting as it should, and the hip joints are very important.
Yes,
with
they
walking,
are.
standing.
Very much so.
So I was in a lot of pain.
All the time?
More so like in standing, a lot of time of walking.
Jeez.
So I went to PT at Spalding Rehab. They have a satellite clinic in Medford.
Yes.
And I actually went there for a few years, kind of consistently, just working on my stretching and my strengthening.
Do you still need PT today? Do you still get PT?
No,
your-
no,
okay.
but I was a really bad patient myself last year, and I wasn't keeping up with my stretching.
Oh no.
And I actually went back for like a tune-up,
Oh, well,
and they're
good.
like, Michael, you know exactly what you need to do. And I was like, am I going to
sure do.
Am I going to do these, and these today? They're like, yeah.
There you
You
go.
just have to do it. But thankfully I'm doing good, just keeping up with some hip and lower back stretches. But I was so kind of moved by the great people
Yes.
that I worked with kind of for those years, and thinking, you can do that for the rest of your life. You can be around people and help people and who are in pain.
While
And especially like as a child,
Yes.
it really impacted my ability to socialize.
I mean,
I wanted to become that.
end result, you're here today and you're about to graduate PT school. That's absolutely
Crazy.
amazing. It's just
Yeah,
it just is.
whew.
Good for you. Good for you. You
Thanks.
must have had
Thanks,
some.
Q.
So now that you are all grown up and that you are
Allegedly.
allegedly
grown up.
you're all grown up. You're here. You're about to graduate. Is there a specific place? Do you plan on going back to Spalding? Where do you want to do? Like, is it sports? What do you want to do when you finish?
So that is a huge question, and I actually don't. I've got no clue.
You have no clue.
On my first 3, so we do 3 clinical affiliations.
Yes.
My first one, I was in the Lexington school system with mostly pre-K children with cerebral palsy or autism or general motor delays.
Yes.
And by the end of it, I really loved it. But it was very draining for me, channeling this kind of authoritative parental teacher
Yes.
mode. And that's kind of not who I am, being like, we have to do we have to
Stretch.
behave, and we have to do our exercises today. But I loved just being around just the innocence and and kind of going in.
You said
have
pre-K,
energy.
right?
Yeah, it was like 3-year-olds mostly.
That's
And then
intense.
up to middle school.
Okay.
And then the second clinical is how I met you at New England Rehab.
That's right.
3 North for life.
3 North for life. You heard it here.
And that was so different working with mostly patients.
Mostly the elderly, yes.
I love geriatrics. And I've always known that. And so at least I was there for about 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So it confirmed I love old people.
You heard it. So
you know-
you understand. We've been looking for therapists, right? So if you're done, when you're done, I don't know how the hiring works for therapy, but
I don't know.
we would love to have you.
And then at the current clinical I'm at now, it's mostly middle-aged to older people.
Okay.
But it's a lot of shoulder injuries, back pain, knee issues.
Sounds right.
And so it's kind of, what happens when you get older, but then having someone new every half hour kind of keeps the excitement alive. So I've really enjoyed all of them, and I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So
when I was graduating nursing school, I was in the same place. So I just applied everywhere, right? As many places I could, the gamut. Mind you, I wasn't, qualified, experienced. I didn't have what they wanted at the hospitals I wanted to go to. But I have a hard time knowing without doing, right? So like
Right.
I don't know like if I'm gonna like a place or love a place or hate a place unless I do it. And it sucks to say, but you go through orientation, you hate something, you leave. You go through orientation, you love something, you stay. It might be your career, the place you stay at for the rest of your life. But that's great. Just know that I loved having you at Health South. I think that was the greatest thing ever.
gee.
Yeah, when you were leaving and you did that little
Yeah, we
singing,
sang through the hallways on my last
that
day.
was the
Yeah, we
greatest.
did jingle bells.
That yes, for Christmas.
things.
That's what we were
Yeah,
singing.
that's right before
I actually just heard I was there that day, but I missed the entire thing. I was so upset. Everyone
you
told
didn't
me.
miss the entire thing. You are the entire thing.
You heard? He said it. He said it. Can you just explain to me? I'm a nurse. I work at a rehab, but to this day, I still have a hard time knowing what exactly a PT does versus an OT. What is the difference?
Great question. And I think I can answer this one. So there is some overlap.
Yes.
Both are helping with pain management. And it really both have to do with function.
Okay.
So things that I do every single day. We call them ADLs,
Yes.
activities of daily living. And
Very familiar.
kind of
with
in
those.
general, physical therapy is kind of gross, kind of these big movements such as, walking, stairs, getting in and out of bed.
Yes.
And so physical therapists, we are called experts on motion.
Motion.
Or kinesiology, the study of movement. At least with physical therapy, we're concerned about kind of the big muscles.
Yeah.
Things, biceps, your glutes, hamstrings. And in occupational therapy, it's more kind of the fine motor aspects of ADLs, and a lot of hands-on,
Yeah.
literally for the hands.
Of course.
So at least in an outpatient, in a private office, you might have like an elbow pain or kind of wrist thing, and so an OT would be working on the hands. And in your setting,
Yes.
in the acute rehab setting, it's more of kind of, can I get dressed? Can I bathe? So those
Comb my
are
own hair.
kind of
Can
things.
I do all that little stuff?
Things I do with my hands that are small gestures, but are so crucial in someone's quality of life. Whereas in PT, it was working on these big muscles. Can I get out of the bed?
Yes.
Can I walk?
But you guys are basically like partners in crime.
There's
Like
an
you guys have
overlap.
to. There has to be like a
There's that Venn
huge
diagram.
Yeah, but it's a huge overlap because I'm always confused. The only thing I know is
Like a year or two ago, but I don't really know how to answer that question. Still.
it's hard, but you guys do work very well together. Before we end on this, the whole therapy thing, what is a chiropractor? I have a lot of patients asking, like, is chiropractor like massage therapy? Are they the same thing?
No. Chiropractors, so it's tough because PTs and chiropractors don't really get along.
Oh,
We're kind of like enemies.
Did I
Anyway.
bring up a hot topic?
Well, no, it's more, hopefully I don't upset any chiropractors, but chiropractors are involved in the alignment of bones, and at least from my understanding, kind of more so the spine. And so if something's kind of off, I mean, even from the pelvis is your foundation. Well, your feet are your foundation, but if anything's off, they can do certain manipulations or kind of quick, they kind of famously are known for the cracks.
Yes.
And I mean, we do some of those cracks. Sorry if I said another word. Those are called high velocity thrust manipulations.
Okay.
And those can help increase the amount of motion in the spine if anything's kind of tight.
Yeah.
But so their specialty is alignment.
It's alignment. Did you have, because you had the knee thing, the hip issue, I'm sorry. Have you been to a chiropractor? Did that not like get you excited? Like, I mean, I feel like you must have been to a chiropractor, right?
No, never.
Never?
I'd heard, like my dad, I think, went to a chiropractor for his sciatica.
Okay.
And they are useful. I would say, even though I'm not an experienced therapist, I would, of course, encourage my patients to try anything that works for them.
Yes.
Everyone is a snowflake.
You hear him?
Different.
He's so good. He's just too good.
And everyone responds to different things.
Yes.
And so I'd say, try chiropractor. And a lot of times people will say PT and chiropractors. But the thing about PTs that we like to say is that we give you homework.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you're strengthening and making these adjustments that will last. Yes. Whereas usually with chiropractors, it's you go there and they do something and then you have to keep going back to them.
Oh, okay.
Whereas PT, we give you the tools
to go
so then you can take care of yourself
sooner or later, as soon as possible.
Not come back to us.
And not come back. Okay.
That's why we're better.
That's why we're better. I love that. I really do. But like chiropractor, do you feel the same way about acupuncture? I don't want the whole thing, but like, is acupuncture good, and like massage therapy? Because there's just so much out there. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know if you said you're not a big sports guy, but it just blew up this last summer with Michael Phelps and his cups.
The cups. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, maybe I want to do some.
Yeah, everyone's
cups.
Going cupping, but. Also, you're not like doing an Olympic marathon race where like the milliseconds will work. But, those are things, and they have evidence in their own right. And people respond well to massage. A lot of people respond the acupuncture, that's been around for so long. Yeah. And even though we're in the Western world, we don't really approve of that.
There's not too many.
There's research. It's been around forever. People feel better. That's all that matters.
Exactly. The end goal is what we want. However you get there, Michael said it. I think I'm like, go do whatever you want, but like I'm also a nerd, so I'm big on science. The majority of science is here, you go where the majority is. But that's just me. All right, so we got all the formalities out. Now we can get a little exciting. It can be a little more exciting.
We'll get more exciting.
Exactly.
We have a cake coming out now.
Hopefully.
My smile's a little wider when I'm kissing your lips. The sun always shines from your head to your fingertips. The moment we met until my last sunset, I'll stand a little taller.